So I think in the more immediate future with paid search, there are kind of two ways of looking at things. Firstly, at the front end of the advertising placements themselves, AI it has taken over all of our products, and we're thinking about things like PMAX. So moving away from thinking about channel-specific placements and more about agnostic performance across channel, finding those people and those customers wherever they exist on the platforms. So that's the first thing. The second thing we're looking at is within the platforms themselves and the practitioners setting up the ads, using the new AI functionality to make sure that those ads are served at the best place, the right time, and as efficiently as possible, is where we're kind of heading with the platform.
More towards automation. That's been the direction of travel for the last 15 years. In the more immediate future, I see a world, an environment where there are no keywords, effectively, where Google decides what auctions to enter you into exclusively based on your website and a few parameters that you set, and keywords are redundant.
So we've had a morning session here talking about the future of paid search. I've been talking about AI and automation, how that's going to impact paid search in the next 12 to 18 months. And the number one thing that's going to change is the introduction of AI into Google search, moving front and center, where Google is introducing something called search generative experience. And that will transform search and paid search advertising. So the main things that are changing is that it's bringing in a conversational type answer to questions that people ask in Google, and into that will be advertising. So the advertising, the paid search advertising part to that will need to be very, very relevant to what people are seeking answers for. So instead of keywords, it's going to be all about context and the search context that people are making. There's going to be an increasing reliance on imagery and video and audio as part of that answer. So I'd say from an advertiser point of view, continuing to focus on paid search advertising, but making it focused on contextual, conversational search queries, and making sure that the advertising addresses those queries. And also from a content point of view, that websites and all forms of other content can be used to fit into a conversation that people might have within search generative experience that Google is planning to release probably in 2024, currently being tested in America, India and Japan, very likely to arrive in the UK early 24, and we're going to see some really major changes to the search landscape and how that impacts on advertising.